First, the top news headlines. State Cabinet resolves to designate Haibokching in Langtabal, Imphal West as reserve forest. Chief of Northeast Frontier Railway calls on Chief Minister and Biren improvement of rail infrastructure discussed. And Federation of Haumi expresses deep concerns over misrepresentation of Kom community by certain Kuki scholars and politicians. A very good evening. You're watching IS Prime Time English News. This is Suraj Khongban Tabam giving you the news. Now the news in detail. The State Cabinet convened today made a significant decision to designate Haibokching in Langtabal, Imphal West as a reserve forest. In addition, the Cabinet approved a survey to classify molehills in various valley areas of the state as protected or reserve forest. Following the meeting, Minister S. Sapam Ranjan, the spokesperson for the state government, addressed the media at the DIPR auditorium in Imphal. He highlighted that Haibokching is not only a sacred site but also a habitat for numerous flora and brags about its remarkable scenic beauty. To safeguard and conserve this area, the Cabinet approved its tagging as a reserve forest under Section 4 of the Indian Forest Act of 1927. Furthermore, the Cabinet agreed to amend the Gazette notification issued on December 2nd in 2014, which had declared Haibokching Sang as a revenue village to facilitate its inclusion under the reserve forest category. The Cabinet also endorsed the survey of molehills in valley areas to protect them from deforestation and land mining activities. This initiative reflects the government's commitment to environmental conservation and the sustainable management of natural resources in the state.
As all of us know that this Haibokching, which is Haibok Hills, which is situated in the Langtabal area of Imphal West, is considered to be very sacred, and the biodiversity that's also found there, it's also very important with the beautiful landscapes. And it was felt that we need to protect this hill by turning it into a reserved forest under the Section 4 of the Indian Forest Act 1927. So the Cabinet in its sitting today has approved that this Haibokching, which will be now a reserve forest under the Act, as I just mentioned. And along with this, all the molehills, all of us know that we have many molehills in the valley region where many of them have been deprived of trees, where trees have been cut down, and some excavation works also do go on. So the Cabinet has decided that there will be a survey of all the molehills in the valley region, and after the survey, they will be looking into all the aspects of that particular hillock.
Chief Administrative Officer of Northeast Frontier Railway, Guwahati, Assam, Hitendra Goyal today called on Chief Minister and Biren Singh at his secretariat in Imphal. During their meeting, they engaged in a productive discussion aimed at enhancing rail connectivity and improving rail infrastructure in Manipur. In his social media handle, the Chief Minister expressed optimism about the outcomes of their talks, highlighting the importance of rail development for the region. A photo from the meeting accompanied the post illustrating the collaborative efforts to advance transportation in Manipur. The Federation of Haumi has expressed significant concerns regarding the misrepresentation of the Kom community's cultural identity by certain Kuki scholars and politicians. A statement released by the Federation's Publicity and Media Cell, Robert Kom emphasized that the unique customs and attire displayed by the Kom tribe during the Mera Hau Chongba festival have been inaccurately categorized as part of the Chin Kuki culture by P.S. Lufo, a classification they strongly reject. Highlighting historical references, the release noted that the distinct culture and traditional dress of the Kom community are documented in the 18th century Nongshaba Kungairol Puya, predating the Kuki settlement in Manipur. It highlighted the importance of this historical context in understanding the true essence of Kom heritage, which includes the worship of traditional deities such as Iputho, Lai Nongshaba, Wangburel, and Pakhangba. However, the release voiced frustration over attempts by some Kuki leaders to distort their history. Citing historical figures such as the Meitei king Tautin Mang being inaccurately described as a Kuki migrant from Myanmar in the writings of P.S. Hokip, with these false narratives further propagated by P.S. Lufo. The release reaffirmed that the Kom identity cannot be subsumed under Kuki culture, reinforcing their commitment to preserving their unique heritage amid ongoing cultural debates in the region. The Federation has called for greater awareness and respect for the distinct identities of all communities within Manipur to foster unity and understanding. Naga student bodies have reaffirmed their opposition to the forced fencing of the Indo-Myanmar border in Kamjong district, emphasizing that such actions should not occur without prior consultation with the affected Tangkhul villages. President of the Tangkhul Kathamnaulong, Tangkhul Southern Students Union, Yarchui So Kasung, while addressed the media, revealing that a memorandum was submitted to Chief Minister N. Biren Singh on September 20th, calling for an immediate halt to the fencing process. Kasung criticized the official letters related to the border fencing, which he claimed contained objectionable content, sparking public disapproval and concern. Highlighting the inappropriateness of labeling Chassad village as a Kuki village under the jurisdiction of Sampui, a Tangkhul village, he questioned if the central government was attempting to create divisions among communities. He noted that the historical boundary agreement signed in 1967 resulted in the ceding of Cabo Valley to Myanmar. While acknowledging New Delhi's efforts to manage the influx of illegal immigrants, Kasung argued that scrapping the free movement regime (FMR) and sealing the border would not be effective solutions. Instead, he suggested updating the National Register of Citizens (NRC), establishing a population commission, and enforcing the Inner Line Permit (ILP) more strictly. Kasung warned that if the fencing continued forcibly, the student bodies would initiate democratic agitation. Meanwhile, the Naga People's Front Manipur State Unit also condemned the proposed Indo-Myanmar fencing in Naga areas without correcting traditional boundaries. In a recent cross-firing at the Indo-Myanmar border area, one cadre of the proscribed group PLA and two other cadres belonging to the proscribed group Pripak Pro were reportedly killed during a crossfire involving suspected members of the KNFB and PDF along with other militant groups. Additionally, one individual is missing and is feared to have been abducted by the KNFB and PDF. The incident occurred following reports of the presence of Northeast-based insurgent groups in the Lalim area, which borders Ukhrul and Myanmar. It is believed that the Myanmar-based militants KNFB and PDF initiated the attack in response to these developments. Among the casualties identified were two individuals known as Captain Gulu and Bonisana. However, the exact number of casualties from the incident remains unclear as authorities continue to gather information. In a devastating road accident near Singcha Junction this morning, two prominent leaders of the Tangkhul Mayarngalalong or TMNL lost their lives. The deceased have been identified as TMNL President Themaso Telanau and Assistant General Secretary Masotheng. The accident reportedly occurred on the Ukhrul-Kamjong State Road, approximately 45 kilometers from Ukhrul town. Reports indicate that the vehicle carrying the leaders crashed near the junction, resulting in fatal injuries for both men. The driver, who suffered severe leg injuries, has been rushed to a nearby hospital for urgent medical treatment. The cause of the accident is still under investigation. The loss of these two influential leaders has sent shockwaves throughout the Tangkhul community, prompting an outpouring of grief and condolences from friends, family and supporters. The Integrated Rural Management Association (IRMA) has called for the urgent establishment of more fast-track special courts (FTSCs) to ensure timely justice for rape and POCSO protection of children from sexual offences victims. This appeal follows the findings of a recent report, Fast-Track Justice, Role of Fast-Track Special Courts in Reducing Case Backlogs, which reveals that while regular courts in India had a 10% disposal rate for such cases in 2022, FTSCs showed significantly higher efficiency, disposing of 83% of cases. The report recommends setting up 1,000 additional FTSCs, warning that India would need to resolve one rape or POCSO case every 3 minutes to clear the backlog within a year. Currently, the backlog stands at over 2 lakh cases. IRMA director emphasized that victims often endure years of waiting for justice, compounding their trauma. The association urges the state government to make all earmarked FTSC functional and establish new ones to prevent justice delays. The report also highlights the availability of unutilized Nirvaya Fund resources, which could be used to operate these courts for the next 2 years. Following Chief Minister Biren Singh's announcement that salaries and pensions for state employees will be disbursed before October 31st for the Ningol Chakoba festival, today the Under Secretary of Finance communicated with the Director of Treasuries and Accounts, confirming that pay and allowances, including general institutional allowance salaries as well as monthly pensions for October 2024, will be issued in advance on October 31st. The letter requests that all drawing and dispersing officers or DDOs linked with the relevant treasuries submit their salary and GIS salary bills by October 29. Additionally, treasuries responsible for monthly pension payments are advised to generate their pension bills by the same deadline to ensure timely processing. Meanwhile, the Manipur Home Guards Employees Welfare Association (MHGEWA) has appealed to the state government for the early release of duty allowances for October 2024 ahead of the Diwali and Ningol Chakoba festivals. In a letter to the Chief Minister, Manipur Home Guard Employees Welfare Association President Yanglem Mangi Singh highlighted the financial hardships faced by Home Guard volunteers who serve with dedication despite low pay. The President noted that state employees are set to receive their October salaries early as announced by the Chief Minister and requested the same consideration for the volunteers. The association has urged that allowances be released by October 31st to ensure volunteers can celebrate the festivals without financial strain. As part of the environmental conservation program by the Directorate of Environment and Climate Change, Uningthau saplings were planted today on the hillside in Luwang Sangba Maninglekai to help restore the natural environment and promote ecological balance. Additionally, Uningthau tree saplings and plastic bottle banks were distributed to the villagers of Luwang Sangba Maninglekai during a function held at the village community hall. The program coincided with the stocking of fish fingerlings in community ponds of Manipur, which seek to combine environmental conservation with community involvement under the aegis of Chief Minister Biren Singh. Both initiatives, organized by the Luwang Sangbam United Club organization, were attended by the wife of Chief Minister Biren Singh and social worker Anne Hiainu, along with T. Brazamani, Director of Environment and Climate Change, and H. Balkrishna, Director of Fisheries, as Presidium members. During her speech, Anne Hiainu emphasized the significant improvements in the area's environment due to the efforts led by Chief Minister Biren. She stated that the Chief Minister's initiative to plant the state tree Uningthau reflects his deep commitment to conserving the environment. This plantation effort will greatly contribute to improving the local ecosystem. Moreover, fish farming conducted without the use of harmful chemicals will not only boost the local economy but also promote health and food security in Manipur. She expressed hope that the stocking of fish fingerlings would help revive local fish populations and make Manipur more self-sufficient in fish production.
ꯅꯤꯡꯊꯧꯆꯥꯔꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯡꯈꯤꯗꯧꯔꯕꯁꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯍꯟꯅ ꯌꯣꯛꯈꯠꯅꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯂꯩꯀꯥꯏ ꯂꯩꯀꯥꯏ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯗ ꯆꯠꯇꯨꯅ ꯎ ꯊꯥꯕ ꯅꯤꯡꯊꯧꯆꯥꯔꯁꯤ ꯊꯥꯕ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯤꯟ ꯔꯤꯚꯔꯁꯦꯜ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯕ ꯎ ꯑꯁꯪꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯕ ꯊꯥꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯐꯤꯁꯔꯤ ꯗꯤꯄꯥꯔꯠꯃꯦꯟꯠꯒꯁꯨ ꯆꯠꯃꯤꯟꯅꯔꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯉꯥ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯄꯥꯟꯗꯩ ꯄꯨꯁꯜꯂꯛꯂꯤꯕ ꯉꯥ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯄꯨꯁꯜꯂꯛꯇꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠꯊꯣꯛꯁꯦ ꯃꯔꯥꯡ ꯀꯥꯏꯅ ꯐꯪꯅꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯥꯡꯊꯣꯛꯆꯕ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯝꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯉꯥ ꯃꯆꯥꯁꯦ ꯊꯥꯗꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯐꯕ ꯂꯩꯅꯥ ꯇꯤꯟꯅꯥ ꯆꯦꯟꯗꯕ ꯑꯐꯕ ꯉꯥ ꯍꯥꯔ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕ ꯑꯣꯔꯒꯥꯅꯤꯛ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯉꯥ ꯆꯥꯗꯨꯅ ꯂꯩꯅꯥ ꯇꯤꯟꯅꯥ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯉꯥꯛꯊꯣꯛꯅꯕ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯉꯥ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯇꯨꯅ ꯃꯄꯥꯟꯗꯩ ꯄꯨꯁꯤꯜꯂꯛꯄꯁꯦ ꯊꯤꯡꯅꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯈꯥꯗ ꯆꯠꯊꯖꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯁꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯀꯟꯅ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤꯁꯤ ꯉꯥꯁꯤ ꯄꯤꯛꯏꯉꯩꯗ ꯐꯥꯗꯣꯛꯇꯕ ꯆꯥꯎꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯃꯄꯨꯡ ꯃꯔꯩ ꯐꯥꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯉꯥꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯪꯁꯟ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯇ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕ ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯃꯈꯜ ꯑꯃꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯄꯣꯠꯊꯣꯛꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯃꯔꯥꯡ ꯀꯥꯏꯅ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯑꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯦꯟꯃꯤꯠꯂꯣꯟꯗꯁꯨ ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯕ ꯇꯧꯃꯤꯟꯅꯁꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯔꯤ.
In a significant demonstration of dissent, staff from various departments at the mini secretariat in Thoba State sit in protest today against what they describe as excessive monetary demands made by certain organizations. Employees from the General Education Office, JTO, Integrated Child Development Services, ICDS, and the One Stop Center, Sakhi, participated in the protest. Participants displayed placards condemning the demands, asserting that they are beyond reasonable limits. The protesters expressed their frustration over the undue pressure these demands place on employees and called for immediate action from the authorities to address their concerns. They emphasized the need for fairness and transparency in dealing with monetary requests. In another protest against monetary demands, the All Kangmong Club's Coordinating Committee and the All Kangmong Lekai Meirapaibi stage are sitting today at Kangmong Langol Zammaya Lekai, that is designated as a red zone amid the ongoing crisis in Manipur. Participants highlighted the detrimental impact of these demands on the community, calling for a united front against such practices. Placards with messages of solidarity and resistance were prominently displayed, highlighting the urgent need for collective action. President of the All Kangmong Meirapaibi Apunbalup, Haiguruzam Premabati, while addressing the media, emphasized the vital role the people of Kangmong have played during the ongoing aggression by Kuki militants in the region. Noting the financial constraints already faced by the community, she appealed to all concerned to abstain from making any monetary demands in Kangmong area. In a significant crackdown on electricity theft, officials from the Manipur State Power Distribution Company Limited or MSPDCL apprehended as many as 17 consumers for illegally tapping into power supply across several divisions yesterday. The operation revealed that 2 individuals were caught in the IED-2 division, 6 in IED-3 and 3 each in the IED-4 Thobal division and Kangpokpe division. In addition to these cases, 7 consumers had their power supply disconnected due to non-payment of dues. Executive Director of Commercial for MSPDCL, Kamai Gaikulung, in a release stated that this action is part of the company's ongoing efforts to combat electricity theft and enforce compliance with regulations. He announced that further drives will be conducted to address this issue, emphasizing the importance of maintaining fair practices in power distribution. The Indian Red Cross Society IRCS Bishnupur District branch mourns the passing of a valued life member and dedicated community member Khangyambam Sundar from Kumbi today. He was 42. Sundar was known for his commitment to humanitarian service and his contributions to the IRCS. His dedication to helping others and promoting community welfare will be remembered fondly by all who knew him. During his difficult time, the IRCS extended its deepest condolences to Sundar's family and friends. Vice Chairman K.H. Leela Chandra, Secretary Dr. Huidrom Romain, Joint Secretary Huidrom Siamchan, and all committee members expressed their heartfelt sympathy and stand in solidarity with Sundar's loved ones as they grieve this significant loss. A health camp was held today at the Idiga ground in Lilong Hauribi Mayalikai, Thobal district, organized by 4 Assam Rifles and Lilong United Clubs. The camp featured the participation of Brigadier Ananya Bora, commander of the 9th Sector, Colonel Sandeep Mishra, commander of the 4th Assam Rifles, along with Lilong United Club's convener Sajjad Bhuyamayum, social worker Mufti Sabir Shah, and Hazi Rami. The camp provided specialized medical services including surgery, ophthalmology, orthopedics, gynecology, medicine, and pediatrics, with doctors from Mumbai offering their expertise. The initiative aimed to cater to the health needs of women and children in the community, also distributed free medicines. Convener of Lilong United Club Sajjad Bhuyamayum expressed gratitude towards the participating specialists for their commitment to serving the community, particularly during the current health challenges faced in Manipur. Highlighting the importance of such initiatives in ensuring access to quality healthcare for all, he stated that the camp aimed to address critical health issues and support the well-being of the local population, demonstrating a collaborative effort to enhance healthcare access in the region.
Medical camp Mumbai the best over doctor specialist kayana mapung na lembira kanda ton by specialist medicine orthopedic dermatology aduga kay hatare medicine gi ton ba kano mama specialist mayam lembira kanda laying pathaba se chathabane loinana army gi side tegi Assam Rifle gi side tegi asigumba pre medical camp sida hida langdana singmasu free the land blame provide to William the Yantoki, Toromom Siawi Masugumba, a pre medical camera. Don't want to Lilongi Mapam Kayama, that we Pankora Keni Ibagi, Lilonga Summer Fulgi, side Tigi, so we Tazaropi.
The District Mission Management Unit, the MMU of the Manipur State Rural Livelihoods Mission, MSRLM, today conducted a debriefing session at their office following a 15-day exposure trip to the Bihar Institute of Public Administration and Rural Development, BIPARD, in Gaya. The session featured several notable attendees, including Secretary of the Nongchup Ngakpi Jiri Women Multipurpose Cooperative Society Limited, K. Kunjamari Devi, SDC Assistant Nodal Officer for the relief camp in Jiribam Moirangthem Debananda Singh, head of the SDC headquarters, Atom Bizendro Singh, and district in charge of the MMU Jiribam Wahingbam Premchand Singh. During the debriefing, members from the Nongchup Ngakpi Jiri Women Cluster Level Federation, including 36 managing committee members and 12 community facilitators, were in attendance. The discussion highlighted key takeaways from the visit to BIPARD, where SHG members learned about effective group management and accessing bank loans for livelihood activities. The district administration, represented by Moirangthem Debananda Singh, emphasized the importance of collaboration between SHG members and various line departments, including agriculture, horticulture, and animal husbandry. He encouraged members to leverage these connections to sustainable livelihood development. Atom Bizendro Singh also noted that priority schemes for SHG members should be implemented effectively to enhance economic opportunities. A 2.5-month-old baby boy from Lilong Turel Ahanbi Thobal district has successfully undergone life-saving open-heart surgery at Sky Hospital following critical health issues related to Down syndrome and congenital heart defects. The infant, weighing just 3.9 kilograms, was born with two significant heart holes identified as ventricular septal defect (VSD) and patent ductus arteriosus (PDA), which led to recurrent heart failure and pneumonia. After being treated for a pneumonia at a local medical college, the baby was admitted to Sky Hospital on October 7 this year with a request for urgent surgery. Recognizing the high risk due to the age and condition, the surgical team proceeded with the operation on October 8. The surgery, which commenced at 11 a.m. and concluded around 1 p.m., required prolonged support due to the baby's age and health complications. Chief Cardiologist of Sky Hospital, Dr. L. Syamkishore Singh, expressed relief and satisfaction with the baby's recovery, highlighting the importance of timely intervention for congenital heart defects. He urged parents in Manipur and neighboring states to seek early medical help for symptoms like recurrent pneumonia or breathlessness, as this could indicate serious heart issues. The infant was discharged in stable condition 11 days post-surgery. Rising filmmaker Chingsang Lakpa has once again garnered recognition on the global stage with his experimental short film Hands of Life, which received the Special Mention Award at the September edition of the Thilsri International Film Festival held on October 21st. This is yet another accolade for the talented director from Manipur, whose work continues to captivate audiences and critics alike. Also, it has earned an official selection at the 11th Goa Short Film Festival, set to take place on October 26. Notably, his short documentary Temples of Manipur recently clinched the Best Short Documentary Film Award at the prestigious Makis Bithran International Film Festival. Additionally, Temples of Manipur has also earned an official selection at the upcoming International Short Film Festival on Cultural Tourism, set to take place on December 16 to 19 at Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh. Chingsang Lakpa is swiftly emerging as one of Manipur's most promising filmmakers, with his unique storytelling and experimental approach continuing to attract widespread attention and acclaim. Thoidingzam Goroba Singh, a talented fighter from Laifam Kuno, Mamanglekai, has been selected to represent India at the upcoming Gamma World Championship 2024 in Indonesia. The championship is set to take place from December 9 to 14, where Goroba will compete in the 61.2 kg weight category. According to All India Mixed Martial Arts Federation, Goroba earned his spot after a remarkable performance at the selection trials held in Bengaluru earlier this month. He triumphed over four formidable opponents, namely Langare Pat from Mumbai, Safi Muhammad from Haryana, Ganesh Bhaskar from Bengaluru, and Ansar A from Kerala. The AIMMAF has encouraged Goroba to begin his training and preparation, noting that the estimated cost for his participation will be between 1.2 and 1.5 lakhs. In light of this, Aztec Sports and Fight Studio has called upon individuals and organizations to extend their financial support for Goroba's journey. They express strong confidence in his potential to represent India on a global stage, highlighting that this opportunity is not just an honor for Goroba but also a proud moment for his entire community. In a significant move aimed at enhancing medical education and teacher recruitment, the Meghalaya Cabinet convened yesterday at Resubelpara, North Garo Hills, approved a series of key ordinances. A standout measure in the Meghalaya Private Medical Institution Regulation of Admission, Fixation of Fees and Reservation Ordinance 2024. This ordinance will facilitate student enrollment at the PS Sangma International Medical College, which is affiliated with the University of Science and Technology, Meghalaya. The ordinance will take effect following the Governor's approval and will establish a regulatory body responsible for overseeing fee structures, implementing reservation policies, and managing seat allocations in line with government guidelines and court rulings. The PS Singma Medical College, named after the former Lok Sabha Speaker, is expected to commence operations shortly after the ordinance is enacted. In addition to the medical education reforms, the Cabinet also approved raising the upper age limit for serving SSA teachers to 45 years, allowing them to participate in state recruitment examinations for various educational positions. This adjustment aimed to bolster the teaching workforce in Meghalaya, ensuring that qualified individuals can contribute to the state's education sector.
Under sponsored seats of the government of the world. You must have seen in other sectors of education, we still have government-sponsored seats. Engineering still has seats, then you have BDS still has seats, and we hope that agriculture also still has seats, and we hope that we will be able to maintain the promise to give them a job if they come back to the state. But the bonds of these additional courses that you must have noticed are no longer there, but government continues to sponsor candidates.
The Border Security Force BSF successfully thwarted a major smuggling attempt and seized contraband items worth 16 lakhs rupees along the international border of Meghalaya. The operation followed intelligence inputs about an attempt to smuggle cattle across the border yesterday. As per report, the BSF troops posted with the 4th Battalion in Meghalaya launched special operations in the region aimed at curbing cross-border smuggling. During the operations, they rescued 27 cattle concealed in a jungle area near the border intended for illegal transport into Bangladesh. The rescued cattle were handed over to the P Muktapur initiative for further action, ensuring the safety of local communities in the border area. In a separate operation, the BSF intercepted a picked-up vehicle number ML05AC, which was loaded with cosmetic items being transported without valid documents in the East Khasi Hills district. Additionally, the BSF seized a significant quantity of eatable items and liquor during other operations along the border. The Northeast Zone Cultural Center NEZCC in Dimapur, in collaboration with the Ministry of Culture and the Art and Culture Department of Mizoram, organized the Bharat Ko Jano program at the Varingte Joint YMA Playground yesterday. The event saw attendance from dignitaries including Director of NEZCC Dr. Prasanna Gogoi, DC Kolasip Robert C. Lalmangya, and Senior SP David H. Lalthangliana. Various cultural dances were showcased, highlighting the region's rich heritage. Mizoram Governor Dr. Hari Babu Khambampati graced the occasion as the chief guest, while Nagaland Governor La Ganeshan served as the guest of honor. During his speech, Governor Khambampati emphasized the strategic importance of Varingte as a gateway to Mizoram and its role in strengthening ties with Assam. He urged the community to promote brotherhood and unity among Indians, describing attendees as the torchbearers of the value that Mizoram stands for, such as peace, honesty, and hospitality. Characterizing Mizoram as an island of peace amidst regional chaos, noting the resilience of the Mizoram Peace Accord following decades of insurgency, Khambampati expressed pride in the state's dedication to peace and cultural diversity, highlighting that Northeast India is home to over 200 ethnic communities and more than 220 dialects. He stressed the significance of cultural exchange programs in fostering community bonds and praised NEZCC for organizing such initiatives. Nagaland Governor La Ganeshan echoed these sentiments, highlighting the Northeast cultural significance for the country and the need for unity among its states. Flight operations at Kolkata Airport are expected to be suspended for 15 hours due to the potential impact of Cyclone Dana, according to reports from a national news agency. An official from the Airport Authority of India, AAI, indicated that flights will be grounded from 6 p.m. tonight until tomorrow's 9 a.m. in anticipation of heavy winds and significant rainfall affecting Kolkata. Meanwhile, the India Meteorological Department (IMD) has forecast that cyclone Dana is likely to make landfall between Bhitarkanika National Park and Dhamra Port in Odisha during tomorrow's early hours. The IMD stated that the landfall process is set to commence on tonight and extend into till tomorrow morning, with wind speeds reaching up to 120 kilometers per hour expected during this time. In preparation for the cyclone, a total of 56 teams from the National Disaster Response Force (NDRF) have been deployed across 5 states, including Odisha and West Bengal. In a significant step towards reviving bilateral ties that have been strained for over 4 years due to military tensions along the line of actual control, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Xi Jinping held talks yesterday. During their meeting, both leaders emphasized that maintaining peace on the border should be our priority and highlighted that mutual trust, mutual respect, and mutual sensitivity should be the basis of our ties. While Modi and Xi stressed the importance of properly handling differences and disputes, Xi also called for more communication and cooperation, noting that people in our two countries and the international community are paying great attention to our meeting. The talks took place in Kazan, Russia, on the sidelines of the BRICS summit, where the leaders welcomed the recent agreement regarding patrolling along the LAC. This agreement is seen as part of a broader process aimed at eventual disengagement and de-escalation of tensions between the two nations. The discussions mark a hopeful turn in diplomatic relations, with both sides expressing a commitment to address outstanding issues collaboratively. Tropical storm Trami has resulted in at least 26 fatalities and forced over 150,000 people to evacuate their homes in the Philippines as it made landfall on the northeastern coast. Locally known as severe tropical storm Christine, Trami has unleashed heavy to torrential rain on Luzon, triggering widespread flooding and landslides. With maximum sustained winds of 95 km per hour, this storm is moving westward across the mountainous Cordillera region towards the South China Sea. The State Weather Agency has issued warnings of heavy rainfall, floodings, landslides, and storm surges for several northern provinces. Most deaths attributed to the storm have occurred in the central Bicol region, including Naga City, where 14 fatalities were reported on Thursday. Trami met landfall in Divilacan, Isabela province, but no fatalities were reported in that town. In preparation for the storm, the government ordered the closure of businesses and schools in affected areas. Over 163,000 individuals are currently sheltering in evacuation centers, primarily in Bicol, as floodwaters have risen as high as the roof of bungalow houses. Additionally, the Civil Aviation Regulator reported that at least a dozen flights have been cancelled due to the storm. The central bank also suspended foreign exchange, trading, and monetary operations for a second consecutive day as a precaution. Before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top news headlines once again. State Cabinet resolves to designate Haibok Ching in Langtabal, Imphal West as reserve forest. Chief of Northeast Frontier Railway calls on Chief Minister in Biren, improvement of rail infrastructure discussed. And Federation of Haumi expresses deep concerns over misrepresentation of Kom community by certain Kuki scholars and politicians. Well, that's it for now. Keep watching ICE News and good night.